Hello, I'm Mirella.
And I'm Zoe.
Welcome to the Critical Obsession podcast. Today we're going to react to episode 6 of Last Twilight. You can probably hear it in my voice that I'm barely holding myself together. I'm so excited. I'm concerned that I will not make any sense today. I
Li-
had
li-
some thoughts over the weekend, but right now I'm just like, oh, give me the next episode now.
I know, right? Literally, she has not stopped talking about Last One all week. I've been witness to many impressive mini breakdowns that have been very, very entertaining. And it was funny. I was gonna ask you, are you excited for the next episode? But when I sent you the link, and I'm like, shall I send you the link to record? You're like, yes, all caps. I was like, okay. I was like, this is gonna be interesting. And
I'm
I'm
so
just afraid I'm gonna cry again. Meanwhile,
cute. Me too. I saw they did a live, the actors, right before the episode started airing, and they're like, oh, today some issues are going to be resolved. Everything is going to be fine. And I'm like, I don't trust you.
I was gonna
I
say
don't know.
that sounds extremely untrustworthy.
Uh-huh.
Like, I feel like you're feeding me a line of BS right now.
Everyone will be happy. It's actually comedy. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure.
All right. Well, shall we start?
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
Part one. You know what's funny? They started the recap and I was like, why are they making me watch this again? And it's me, the person who watched the last episode like 70 times this week. And suddenly it was
It was too much. The
yeah,
71st time was too much.
yeah.
Well,
Limit.
yeah. It's just like, honestly, I'm like, why did they have to make the previous one so devastating to me?
Mhm.
I feel like this is not helping people. I'm just not, yeah. So, and then
They
like,
decided
sorry?
they decided to mess with us right from the
Yeah,
start.
that's right. And then like the episode basically starts and then the scene with August happened. And I was like, I was expecting him to show up after they'd bonded a little bit more. And so it was like, why are you here?
No, I mean the fact the way they started the episode, how they it was so dramatic and serious, and like it's like they were trying to make us think that Day is still upset because of the last night, and Mark was so concerned and everything.
Yeah,
Mark
he's
was
just
wearing
hungover.
black again. Yeah, but he was just hungover. And it was very thoughtful of Mark to have a hangover pill, but I wouldn't expect less of him. And at that moment with where you could see him thinking like, should he say it or should he not say it? Should he reveal today that August knows, that August heard him mention that he likes him?
Mm.
Do you think he would have said anything?
I don't know. He was struggling with it because he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't want to lie to him, but like he also doesn't want to tell him either.
Well, the doorbell saved him,
Yeah, Saved by the
but it
Bell,
was
literally.
August. Yeah. Well, August was so weird in this moment.
Oh, I dislike him intensely. I
Yeah.
dislike him so much. I Every time I see him, I'm like, yeah. He's like, ugh.
It's like he was ready to be told off and he behaved like that, kind of standoffish and like daring. But the
Yeah, but
way
like
he was looking, the way he was waiting for Mark to do something, to say something, I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like August would have left if Mark did not let him in, because he kept just waiting and like
I
had this
no, I
weird
don't
expression
think so.
on his face.
I think he's obnoxious and wants to challenge him. Like literally
Yeah,
every
that's
moment
too.
he's
That's
challenging
too.
him.
But I did. but I did have a very weird moment. The way he was looking at him, like his expression turned a bit simpler.
Yeah.
Not from a challenging one to an expecting one, you know?
Yeah. I don't know, but
That was
I'm just
weird to
like,
me.
I just
Mm-hmm.
dislike him so much. But yeah, I
Yeah.
really wasn't expecting to get that scene like straight off the bat. Because when we saw the trailer last week, they kind of made, once again, good use of trailer right there, because they made it look like, Day and Mork have bonded, and Day has started to move on a little bit and is now flirting with Mork, and then it made it look like then August shows up, and I was like,
I think
crap.
I expected it to be like this. I
Did you?
expected it to happen.
I
Yeah.
didn't. I expected
Yeah,
there to
because I was thinking of the running. If they introduce the running this episode, and if we see them run
mm,
and August is involved, then we have to get over this suspense in the beginning. That's why I was expecting it to happen.
mm, mm. But yeah, so, and I love when he came in, and Day realized who it was, and he was kind of pissed, and he's like, I'm already meeting somebody, you should leave. And like the expression on Mork's face, he's like, nah.
So proud.
Yeah. And
But
I'm
then, of
just,
course, August had to play victim a little bit.
yeah, the victim card for
So
sure.
yeah,
And I
and
mean, there's
more like
nothing,
no.
yeah, nothing
Well, you should have
scarier.
called.
Yeah, there's nothing
Yeah,
scarier and more serious to a fellow athlete than an injury. So he really, not only did he go for the sympathy card, but he went for one that he knew that Day couldn't ignore.
yeah. But he should have called. Why didn't he call?
Yeah.
Like,
I
where?
mean,
What is the answer to this? Is he such a garbage person? Like, how can you not call?
well, he said he left his phone like at like back at the gym or whatever, which he may have done because he said the coach made him go to the hospital
Listen,
or
it's kind
wherever.
of like it
But it's
reminds me
just,
of the episode with from Dangerous Romance. What episode was it? 6 maybe, or I think it was 6 or 7, when Salom is waiting for Kang to appear at a certain hour, and it's like he disappears and no phone call, nothing. His phone died. It's like this is just bullshit. Like if you wanted to let him know, you'd find a way.
I think the
If you
situations are different in that, but because of what was going on. But in this situation, like they shared a coach, so the coach would have had um Day's number. He could have said, "Oh, can you ring Day and tell him I'm not going to make it," or
exactly,
something like that. He
yeah,
definitely, or August in this situation definitely could have done something. In Dangerous Romance, uh, Kang was trying to prove himself to this coach, who basically was not, according to, and Guy backed him on this. Guy said that like he was not, like coach was not letting anyone sort of slack off or like whatever. So I feel
it's
like,
not on the same level, but it does remind me of that moment.
yeah,
But yeah, this is just he. It's like a date. It's even yeah, it's worse than that because it's a
I
date
just feel like
basically.
I just feel like
Although the
August
friend
is
that
a very,
you've not seen for such a long time, and now you find out they're blind, and you
yeah,
you you ask them out, and then you just
you know how vulnerable they
just
are. Yeah,
disappear.
I feel
Yeah,
I feel like August, based on like what we've seen of him as a character through Day's eyes, and okay, Day may be an unreliable narrator in this, but like from what we're also seeing with our own eyes, I feel like he is an extremely selfish, self-centered person. And
he'd
so,
think like, oh, he'll forgive me, he'll
well,
understand.
he
Like
it's all about
I'm
him.
so
It's like about
important.
him in the moment. He's like
Yeah.
Day is an afterthought. And so whereas the difference between Mork and August Day is Mork's like only thought kind of thing. Like that's what Prajar says to him, oh, Mr. Best Employee or whatever, because she's like, all you think about is like basically Day.
Yeah, he dedicated himself today.
Yeah.
Seeing Mark walking in the background, oh, that scene is breaking my heart.
Oh,
He's
look,
just doing stuff and watching and observing, but
do
breaking my
you know
heart
what
at the
I
same
like? I thought this scene was so good. This scene in the kitchen was so good
time.
because he is like, even though he's very clearly not happy about August being there, and he's not happy that he bought food and stuff because that's kind of his thing, don't forget.
Yeah.
And so happy, but he's still providing for Day. Like, he went and got plates. He's not saying anything. He's just quietly supporting Day, right?
Like
And
he's
then
saying, he's trying to keep help kind of Day keep his ground, you know?
mm,
Like you should have called, and then when Aeon comes in and he's praising August, he's basically making conversation, breaking the ice. Oh, it's so good of you to bring food. That's so considerate. And Mork is like, you know what? Day doesn't need this. Actually, he's good. You know,
yeah,
praising Day instead. It's like
but
uh he doesn't want August to look down on Day in a way,
well,
or to.
yeah, I just thought this whole scene was really well done and really interesting, because we learned a
Mhm,
bunch of stuff here. Um, Mork, like, assisting Pion without, like, any kind of prompting, or like, and not in an intrusive way, but in a extremely natural, and, kind of like, it's a normal thing. It's not, you know he just was doing, like, it's second nature to him now. Like, he completely
mhm,
has, like, understands what's needed in that situation, and
mhm,
just, like, like him saying, oh, there's a glass of water to your left. Like, he's not, like, he's just interjected it into the conversation without, like,
mhm.
drawing too much attention to it, or
Sure, sure.
making it
Yeah.
seem weird, or making a big fuss, or whatever. And it's interesting
And
because in
August
that,
was watching him.
yeah, you see it
August was
because
studying him.
he's these things that Mork has embraced and taken on as his second nature are things that, if you were to have a relationship with someone in this situation, you would need to know, you would need to do, you would need to, and
Hmm.
so, and for a lot of people it would be too much, because people don't like to, people are selfish, and he's definitely a selfish character, I feel.
Hmm.
And I
Too
just
much
think,
effort.
though, he's like, looking at him, definitely as competition. And I thought it was very, very interesting the way. But what I really loved about this scene, though, is the way Mork was standing behind Day.
Yes, I made a note about that. Yes.
Yeah.
He stopped
Sta-
to stand behind Day.
yeah, with his hand on his shoulder. Like, so once again,
Yeah.
it's this, like, silent show of support for Day, but he's also sending a message to August, because the only person who can see him in that scene is August. And
Yes.
he's very much doing the, like, almost kind of protective boyfriend
Mine.
thing. And, like,
Yeah.
he's clearly there, and he's assisting Payon, he's there for Day, but, like, he's in that
But
moment.
he's also included in the conversation.
Yeah,
He's present. It's not like he's a part of the wall. He's doing stuff that's like his home, and
yeah.
it's very natural. It looks
Well,
very
it's
natural.
very interesting, because, as I said, like, these things that he's doing, like what he does with Payon, and then, like, what he just does naturally with Day and everything, is, like, often, like, I mean, because, I've done care work before. Often you will you slip into this role, right, where, depending, it depends on your relationship with the person you're caring. So, but you tend to, especially when they have visitors, or there are other people around, you slip into this role where you basically become part of the, like, environment. So you are just doing things, but you don't intrude yourself into the conversation, because you
Hmm.
are not
Hmm.
part of that. Whereas if it's somebody like, I've had a couple of clients where, I was very close to them, and the family knew me really well. And so, like,
Hmm.
if it was a family or a good friend or something who I knew, I would be included in the conversation. They didn't act like I wasn't there, sort of thing. And so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
very
Hmm.
interesting the way he is, in this conversation with Day, but also with Paon as well. Um, and
Yeah.
what I thought was really interesting, because, as I said, he's standing there behind Day with his hand on his shoulder and everything, teasing him about exercising and that, because basically that has been something he was trying
Hmm.
to get him to do, get out of the house, get some exercise, for, like, pretty much since day one. And then we have, like, August stepping in and being like, I want to see if we're still in sync, and touching Day. And as soon as he touches Day, Mork lets him go and steps
Takes his
back.
hand off.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I thought it was really interesting too, because of the difference in the way August and Day versus August and Mork interact in this scene. So, you know, with Day and August, like Day is really like, oh no, don't do this, and like, I mean, yeah, he's shy and he's a bit like whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, he's unsure about everything and all the rest of it, but he keeps doing these things where he's trying to put distance. It's almost like it's
Mm-hmm.
unconsciously putting distance between the two. And then you have like him and Mork, and there's just this like playful banter where he reverts back to the thing where they kind of tease each other, or he's like a little bit like of a dick to Mork, but now it's playful, you know. um
Yeah.
so yeah, so just the way he like retreats though in that scene, I was just like, it's basically what
Yet
we've been
he
saying.
lets Day make like his own decisions.
Yeah,
He's not there to take
yeah,
away something that he might want.
yeah. And it's interesting,
Like,
this whole scene that we get with the shoes next, where like he clearly needs a new pair of shoes, but he's obviously attached to these for whatever reason. um Probably because
I
they were,
even
sorry.
yeah.
Well,
I just have a note. Mork fixes things
yeah, well,
because I had this thought. Remember, I wrote this thing, and one of the things that I stressed about was how it's his thing. He
yeah.
finds out how things work and
Mm.
he fixes them.
Yeah, well, he does. He fixed them, but not only did he fix them, it's so funny because he's just like, it can't be done in time, you know, it's better just to buy new ones, blah 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 blah. And clearly it means a lot today, and so under his own like kind of steam or whatever, he's taken these shoes, and he's like, the whole time he's talking to Paul J, he's like bitching about it. He's just like, I've been talking to you for ages about exercising, blah blah blah. Suddenly it's like, let's run. Oh, okay. Like he's like, and she's like, why
Mhm.
are you so irritated? He's like, I'm not irritated. It's like, yes, boo, you're not irritated, you're jealous. But the fact that he like not only
I was
repaired,
expecting her to say that.
yeah, I know, because she was very like, like I feel like it was
Mhm.
implied.
Yeah,
And so I feel like
unspoken truth.
yeah, I feel like she knows him well enough not to poke the bear when it's angry.
Uh-huh.
um and so
But
she,
he fixes, yeah, but he fixes things, but he also puts a bit of soul into it because
well, I just feel like
that sunflower thing.
he made them fun, he gave them new life, but also
Yeah.
he's done it in such a way that like by having the little flowers on them, Day is going to know exactly what shoes they are. The colorful laces make them easier for him to see. Like, so there is like tactile and also like a visual reason why he's done it.
Hmm.
Like it's like his love is just like bled all over those shoes basically. But the
Yes.
thing that's really interesting to me about this entire scene here is that shoes are really symbolic. So like basically, um
Is it a
sorry.
Korean thing?
No, it's just in general. I totally had something and I've lost it. Just give me 1 second. So like it's really really interesting. So get like gifting shoes is like bad luck. I don't know if you've ever heard that. Have you ever heard that? You should never give shoes to like a boyfriend or a girlfriend, like a lover. You should never give shoes because there's this whole superstition about if you give shoes as a present, it's you're basically like giving them permission to use them to walk away
Walk
from
away
you.
from you. Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
But there is
Hmm.
actually a there's actually symbolism in shoes about
Okay, but
um
he did not give him another pair of
no 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 no
shoes.
no 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 no, it's not about what him giving them, it's about the shoes themselves. Um so basically, like with shoes, okay, so old shoes are symbolic of like things we've been through. So they show the wear and tear of our past, and they are this idea of wearing your old shoes is meant to be really good for you because you can like I guess walk those steps again, but like you're in a different place now. And so I thought it was really interesting that these shoes that obviously mean a lot today for whatever reason. We may find out they were gifted to him by like someone important, or it could just be that they are the last shoes he had, like when he was competing and training, or like they're like another connection to his old life, I guess. But the fact
Mhm.
that these shoes that are worn down and broken, you know, and that, you know, you couldn't have perhaps played in again, have now not only been mended, but they've also this like he Mork has added this brightness and this colorful, this like he has turned these like, I guess, sad, old, painful, you know, memories into like something bright and positive for the future. So like the steps that he'll take are into something that is like changing. So there's like this symbol, like there's a symbolism in the fact that he's made the effort to actually kind of change not the past but like the future, you know,
But
stuff
you
like
see,
that.
he keeps giving him shoes.
I know, right? It's
Like,
really
okay, he gave
interesting.
him the slippers, and now he fixes his old shoes, and
Mm,
like he's helping him explore the world, be safe.
mm,
The slippers are to be safe in his house for him to explore and be comfortable in his own place.
mm,
And these shoes are like a reminder that he's already conquered the world once. He can do it again,
mm. And it's like
even though
it's bright and it's
he's not in the
positive.
same state like he was
Mm,
before. Yeah.
yeah. And it's like I think I said in a previous podcast for Last Twilight that I feel like Mork might be Day's son. I think I said that, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of I'm gonna stick to that because like this, as I said, he's added this like colorfulness, this brightness to it. And even in the at the very beginning of this episode, when he goes in and he like wakes Day up, puts the food down, and then like the first thing he does is go and open the curtains and let all the light in. And like, you know,
But remember, even the story that they're reading, the Last Twilight one, is the girl was cursed and she went and hid herself
mm,
uh, somewhere dark,
mm,
and she almost disappeared. And then she went outside, and suddenly she did not notice that she was coming back to life because of the light.
yeah,
And I feel like the light is what gives her life back. So if the cursed girl is day, then the light
mm,
that
is
heals her, that brings her back to life, the sun, basically, yeah,
yeah,
is
is
more.
more. Yeah, no,
It's also, if
I'm like it's
day
all
is the
lining up very.
sunflower,
It's yeah,
if
the sun.
day yeah, if day is the sunflower, Mork is the sun that he turns
He's
to.
turning to. That's right. And so and like this even like him opening the curtains, as I said, is kind of symbolic because you know, yes, okay, that little bit of light will improve Day's like limited vision, but also at the same time, he was getting by without it. Like it was a miserable existence, was getting by without it. And so it's almost
Mm,
symbolic of it's like he's letting the light in. You know, Day
mm-hmm.
doesn't know he needs it, but he's making sure that it's there for him. So yeah, I had lots of feelings about the first part of this episode, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, I'm like Mork, best boy once again. I'm just like, can we just talk about for a moment the way Mork like threw the blankets off Day and then sort of started kneeling between his legs on the bed. I'm sorry,
I was
it
just
was so
this is such
intimate.
an intimate moment. Yeah,
Yes,
yes,
it
it's such
was.
an intimate moment, and the issue, like what hurts me most, is it's absolutely insanely clearly intimate for Morg, and he can feel it, but Jay cannot because
Yeah.
he cannot see that. And
Mm-mm.
there's so many moments when Morg kind of leans into Jay's space, and you can see if that was a person who could see and they saw someone leaning into their space like this,
Mm.
they'd be flustered, they'd feel
Yeah.
things, it
Yeah.
would be
I.
such a big moment. And he does it so many times. Like I watched some like in the library when they're there and they're flirting, and Mark and Jay calls him an asshole or something, like
Mm.
when they talk about why he made Mork talk. He did that, and over times, and just Mork does this, and he's feeling the things that you're supposed to feel in this situation on his part. But for Day is not aware of it.
Mm-mm. Although I do think he was a little bit flustered when Mork caught him. I feel like the physicality of it, he's not aware of like Day's reaction. Sorry, he's not aware of Mork's reaction, but I feel like in his own self, like being caught in that
Yes, of
way
course.
and all that,
Yeah,
he's suddenly physically aware of, like, because we now know he's
yes,
he's visually aware of the fact that Mork is a good looking guy. He's mentioned several
yeah,
times that he sounds handsome, and now he's also like had this physical embrace where um
yeah,
it was not like other moments where Mork was assisting him or he was afraid or like whatever. This is a moment where clearly he is absorbing the fact that he's being held in a like kind of
yeah.
intimate sort of way, and he does kind of react to
But
that. I love how he
but
apologizes and he's like, oh, kind of thing, like it's no big deal or whatever. And Mork is like, for a second, kind of like not hurt, but then he's just like, yeah, it's all right, it's all good, I'm enjoying this. Um, it was just the whole thing is very intimate, very sweet, and then
yeah, like I
yeah,
think he did not say anything actually.
no,
He
he
did not
just
say anything.
no,
He
he
just
didn't. But the expression on his face was like, it's okay, this is all right, like kind of
What I'm trying
smile.
to say is that he kind of kept this intimate moment. He held on
Oh
to
yeah,
this intimate moment and continued with such a sweetness and softness and concern, with saying, "Are you ready?" in a voice that like
it's soft. Yeah, yeah,
fucking melts.
yeah.
Yes,
He
but
had
also what I wanted to say was that Day is aware of his feelings. He maybe is suspecting of Day's
yeah,
interest in him, but the issue is that now that these doubts, now that these questions appear, and now that he may start wanting something, now we're going to have the thing that Mark is employed to help him. What's being done because he likes him, and what is being done because he's paid for it, and how much is appropriate to do, and
yeah,
what it means for them if they
yeah. Well, that's
go
right.
down
And I
the
mean,
path and
the
everything.
yeah, I mean the thing with because like in the real world this would be very like yes, no, but in the, as you said, because unless Mork actually goes ahead and tells him how he feels, like he was going to last episode, as you said, Day
I don't
doesn't.
think he was. I don't think he really was going to tell him that he's in love with him. I think he would have kept doing really, really cute and boyfriendy stuff, just as with the date, but not outright say it to his
I
face.
don't
I
know
feel like he
because
didn't do it.
I think he was going to say something, not maybe not love, but that he liked him maybe. And the reason why I think that is because Day did the whole, I should have told him before it was too late then.
Was
And it
too
was like
late.
he got this, like he had this moment where he was like, yes, I totally should not let, things be left unsaid, because that is part of like his like Day Mork's problem. And then of course like August showing up completely put the kibosh on that. But I just feel like um
You're right, but at the same time, I don't know. At the same
well, we're
time,
never gonna know, are we?
it
Because the
was
moment
at the
has
same time it
passed.
wasn't a good moment to do
Oh, of
that,
course it
when
wasn't.
someone is being vulnerable and thinking about another person suddenly. I feel like maybe he would have done it later,
Yeah. I
but
don't, yeah, as I said,
rest
I don't
but
know
I don't know.
exactly what he would have said. I definitely don't think he would have said he was in love
Yeah.
with him or anything, even if that's how he feels right now, because that would have been too much. But I feel like he was um encouraged by his words. So what exactly he would have said, who knows? We'll never know, unfortunately. I want to
Yeah.
know now. But
So let's go watch the next part.
yeah, the next part I feel like it's gonna make me angry, but we'll see. I'm like, there's gonna be more August, damn it.
Okay,
All right, let's do it. Part two.
let's go.
I hate them a little bit for this part.
This hurts.
I,
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't cry, but I
Part
totally
two.
have like my eyes watered just a little bit. But I hate PL for this so much because like the beginning of this part is them snuggled together in a blanket, and I'm just like, I hate them. I yeah. Um, the line in the where he says like, "Where were we up to?" and Day says, "Me exposed herself to the sun and became visible again."
Yeah.
And I was just like, it's really interesting wording there. Once again,
But remember how we were talking in the first episodes that Morg saw
yeah,
the person with disability. Actually saw him, which is exposing to the sun, and then he actually, when he felt that he was being seen and understood, he opened up, which basically happened with Day. So
mm,
it's a good way. Yeah, if the translation is correct, if it's
mm.
a good
Good,
choice of word.
yeah, good choice of words. And I'm just like, pretty much my notes for this are like, oh, Mork, my poor baby. But August is such a fucking dick. Oh my god. And he's totally doing what I was saying to you, like, in a really rude way, trying to exclude Mork from what's going on. He's treating him like he's treat. I guess the thing is I know people might have issues with this show because of the whole Kara Carrie kind of aspect of it, but at this
Mhm.
point, they yes they have that relationship, but they've also become friends and they're quite close and the rest of it. They have like a separate relationship outside of that as well. I feel,
Mhm.
and but like and so he's keeps trying to treat Mork like he's nothing.
He keeps making Day choose between him and Mork, and Day chooses him.
Mm. And the really annoying thing is like this whole thing where he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go and get some water. You stay with him." Like he wouldn't anyway. I mean, besides the fact that even if he struggles to leave him at the best of times, like it's his actual fucking job, right? He doesn't need you
Yeah,
telling him what his job is. But to come back, like all three of them were running. To come back with only
yeah,
2 bottles of water is a supremely dickish asshole move. And I just went, "You are such a dick." Like, he is such a dick. He's so dismissive and he's so, like, he's basically like those people that Mork, like, that looked down on Mork. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
he's telling him he's, like, not even worth water, basically. It's so fucking rude. Um, and then, of course, as you said, you're correct. You're correct. He keeps doing this thing where he is making him choose, and it's interesting because Day says to him, "Is he being more caring than normal or whatever?" And all of the things he's doing are things he's mimicking. He's watched like Mork do. So he hasn't
That
actually.
conversation was interesting as well, because at first Mork says he might feel guilty about the other Day and be extra caring. And when Day kind of
Is upset by that.
when gets upset, he tries to turn it and like
Yeah.
make Day get excited about something he doesn't even know what about what again.
Mm. Yeah. He will put Day's feelings above his own, which is what he does in that moment. But
Yes.
it's like, but as I said, I think it's interesting because uh August is doing this thing where he's mimicking things he's seen sorry, not Mork. August is doing this thing where he's mimicking things he's seen Mork do, but he's not. They're not behaviors that he's adapting. He's just copying. So it's like when people do that when they're not really invested, then like when the novelty wears off, so will the interest.
Yeah.
Um, and I
Yeah,
just
it does feel like it's something that he's doing because it's new and it's exciting,
yeah, there's a
and it's
novelty
going
to
to
it.
wear off. It
Yeah,
totally feels like it.
yeah, he'll get
It's
sick
going to
of.
lose interest.
I feel like he's gonna lose
Yeah.
interest. Yeah, and so
Yeah, because he's like a he is not someone who will uh just dedicate his time for someone else. He is the
yeah,
most important person
that's
in
right.
his
He's an
life.
extremely selfish character. Yeah, so he's not going to put Day first, basically, which is what he would need to do. While he's at the moment, he probably find at the moment with his sprained wrist or whatever, he can't play. So like he can do
Hmm.
this. They can go running every day. Like he's still keeping fit. He's still whatever, but he's not actually taking time away from doing his thing. When he can do his thing again, like how often will he be available for Day? And it's like, I
Yeah.
also feel like, and I also feel as well, like, in these moments where, because Mort can't help it, like his initial reaction to August is to, like, not confront is the wrong word, but and so is challenge, but he has these moments where he, like, if you could see a physical representation of like what's on his face or whatever, it's like him taking an advanced step towards August to try and, like, not threaten him, but like kind of like make sure he's aware that he's there. But he keeps backing off because he's very aware of the fact that, like, this isn't his place, so he backs
Mm-hmm.
off. And so August is winning, like August keeps winning these little battles that they're having, like kind of battles of will. And so
Mm-hmm.
while that's happening, it's fun for him. Like, you can see he's enjoying it.
Yeah. Yes.
He's
Oh, this
enjoying
is
Mork's
that's.
pain. Like, there's novelty in that as well. So if Mork,
I think not maybe not enjoying Mork's pain, but he's enjoying winning.
yeah,
This is
oh
what
yeah,
he's enjoying.
yeah, he's enjoying winning. And so I feel like he is, while until, like, if we get Mork, like, backing right off once again, the challenge will disappear, and so it'll be less attractive to him. um but the shoes, oh my god, he bought him new shoes. Well, first off,
Okay,
I
but
don't.
but before that, we got the moment with Projay and
Oh yes,
Mark
yes,
realizing that he likes this job.
yeah,
Job.
yeah. This is the
This job.
analogy of Day being a job. But yeah, I mean, it's funny because he knew, but it's like this realization that he's actually acting like a teenager with a crush.
Yeah, and it's actually quite obvious
Mm,
to whoever is watching.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
To August, obviously, probably because there's going to be some scenes between Day's family and Mark. They're going to, if they do not know already, they will notice.
yeah,
For Jai, obviously, G, everyone knows.
yeah. I feel like Night may notice before the mother does because she doesn't really seem to be around. But then their
Yeah.
reactions are going to be completely different because for whatever failings Knight might have, he seems to have Day's best interests at heart in this time. You know, like, he wants him to be happy or whatever and safe. And I feel like he knows that he is that with Mork, whereas the mother is just going to be about what's appropriate, I feel.
Maybe it's more like when you've done stuff that you do not feel proud about,
Yeah, yeah, you're
and
guilty.
you're trying to forgive yourself, you also become a bit more kind and forgiving with other people.
Mm-mm. Yeah, true. That could be that as well. But so yeah, and then of course, okay, then we had the shoes bit
Oh my
where
God, that
he
was
basically
so
bought new shoes. So I had two
painful.
moments here. I had the God, you're a fucking prick moment, but also he may not be aware of, like, you know, the effort that Mork put in. Although I'm
Yeah.
sure Day would have said something like,
The way he covered his mouth because he had to hide a part of his fucking face because it was.
painful.
I mean, I don't.
But
Yeah.
but once again, bringing in,
Jimmy,
yeah,
Jimmy, what are you doing?
once again bringing in the symbolism, though, as I said, there's this superstition: you do not give shoes to somebody you love because
Mhm.
there's bad juju in that. um and he basically threw out the old, well, not, we don't know that he got rid of them, but like from August's perspective, he was getting rid of the old and bringing in the new, which is
Yeah, yeah,
an interesting symbolism because he is the old.
yeah.
So, like, he's like almost kind of, you know. And then I mean, this whole bit was just, I feel like we don't really need to talk about how heart-wrenching it was for Mork because it was devastating. It was devastating for him, it was devastating for me watching him. But like, then we had the band snap, and I feel like if that's not symbolism, I don't know what is.
They're
Because
not in sync. They're not meant to.
no, and then it's like they had these moments where it's all like fun smiles and look, we're working, but it never lasts very long. Like, it's
But
only
it's not natural. It's
it's
just that sometimes with people, like when you fall in love with someone, it feels like breathing, and when it works.
mm,
But when it's a crush, it's it's weird, and especially when you're not meant to be with that person.
Mm-mm.
When there are too many things that are separating you, and if there are so many things that separate you, you can make it work if both of you change, or if one person that has like a very bad flaw uh, puts in the effort to change. But the fact that that band snaps
Mm.
means it's not gonna happen.
No. Well, the band is symbolic of their relationship. So the fact that it broke is very kind of, telling to what the future is. But as I said, they go like 2 or 3 steps and it's all like happy, happy, happy. Oh, look, we're in sync. And then one of them stumbles, actually
Yeah.
usually Day. Because for whatever reason, it looks like August kind of lets him down in these moments.
Hmm.
And it's like it's so symbolic of their relationship in general. I'm
Ooh, remember how that guy said in the beginning that you need to communicate, because if you don't, you're going to fight.
Yeah,
What if August snaps a day at some point?
yeah. I mean, I
Because
wouldn't it wouldn't surprise me. I'm so worried anytime he's like, "Oh, it's okay, you leave." And it's so funny because you can see Mork feels the exact same way. Like he doesn't want to leave. He doesn't
yeah,
trust
yes, he
anyone
doesn't
else.
trust August. Yeah.
No. Like he wants to. Like you can see he wants to because he wants whatever's best for Day. But like and this is what Day wants, but he doesn't he doesn't trust him at all.
The moment with the drops and the way he
Oh
backs
my god,
off,
that
and
fucking
he feels
broke
like
my heart. Oh my god.
I cannot even talk about it. Like
Yeah,
the way Jimmy played it, like very very well, because he looks like a person in pain who's hiding, trying to hide his emotions.
yeah. He's just
It
like
it's
absolutely
so
destroying me
good.
in this. And even then, like when they're running and he's trying to keep up with them, and he just stops. Like
And
he's
then at some point she stops.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
because
he's
what if
letting go.
what if he's not? Maybe his day is happy without him. What if he's not needed anymore?
Yeah,
And what
that's
if it hurts? What if it just hurts too much?
yeah,
Keep going.
yeah.
Well,
That's
we'll see. I'm curious to see what he does,
well.
because
I
it
like. I
affects.
feel like we should be writing a strongly worded letter to them because this is crap. This was not. This was not happy or fun or any of those things that they promised. Like that you said they were talking about. This
I
false
mean, we knew it was
advertising.
bullshit, didn't we?
I feel like they were like what's the word? Like when you're like baited.
We knew if they were lying. I mean, come on.
I'm like, look, a little part of me was
Christ.
hoping. A little part of me was hoping because
Really?
literally when Mork smiles, I feel like the sun literally is shining, and I'm just like, I'm so
I was
devastated.
just I was just watching like today this episode, and every like 3 seconds I'm like, oh, it hurts. Oh, this hurts. Oh no.
Yeah, I
This
haven't
is
watched any of last week's. Normally I go back and I usually watch the last like 10 minutes again because I feel like with most episodes of shows like the last 10 minutes obviously is like the pivotal moment of that episode, and then also you get the trailer for next. So I usually watch like if it's a show that we're talking about or if it's a show I really like, I will find myself revisiting, those last 10 minutes like at least 2 or 3 times in between like when we watch the episode and when we revisit it. And I've had a lot on my plate like this week, granted as well, but I have not been able to bring myself to watch that last 10 minutes again. I feel like I would probably definitely probably yeah, oh totally cry. As I said, I did not cry in this bit here. I was mad and I had like watery eyes. But
it feels
I'm afraid for the rest of the episode. What is this part? Yeah, we're about to do part 3.
like
So uh,
it feels like the moment when they're reading the book comes from the future. It's like something that they do in the future,
yeah.
right?
Mm.
Like it's not happening at the same time with the
I
main
don't know.
story.
It's not really clear, I don't feel like, because, yeah, it's hard to know. But it's interesting because the bit in the story, like they were listening to when he was watching them run and stuff. And it was all like,
Hmm.
oh, it's back just like how it used to be when she played with her friends. Clearly,
Hmm.
something is going to happen in the book
Hmm.
that's going to be like, but you can't go back or something. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you can you can visit the past, like, you know what I mean? Like you can visit things like past things, but you can't go back.
What if the story in the book is that the girl gets cursed and she goes and hides into uh you know dark place and she starts disappearing, and if the sun is the cure, what if she plays with her friend and everything is fine and good and she feels alive again, and suddenly the sun sets and it's
She's
nighttime?
invisible again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the sun leaves. Yeah, like you said, like it's nighttime, so the sun goes away, and then suddenly life is dark again, and she no longer exists or doesn't exist in the same way.
Yeah.
And
Let's see.
that is essentially the story we're getting. So, all right, let's do part
Yeah.
3. I need to know whether I'm going to cry tonight or not.
Let's go. All right, part 3.
Okay, so first off, before anything, I was ugly crying through most of that. ugly, but not like sad cry. Like, I'm one of these people who I cry more often when I'm like super mad, like super angry and like frustrated. So normally it happens like if I'm having an argument or like something like that with somebody and I can't, like articulate the way I feel. I've never had that experience like while I was watching something. I was passively angry crying. It was very bizarre, but I'm so, oh my goodness. I
I
dislike him so
teared,
much.
I teared up a little bit too.
Sorry?
Finally, I teared up a little bit as well.
Oh God, there were so many
I'm
moments.
I'm just in pain right now. Like
Yeah.
seriously, I'm in pain.
I'm like, Jesus, they're evil. I was like, when I saw how long the segment was, because it was like 20 minutes, I was like, oh, okay, so a fair bit's going to happen then. And then I was just like, oh, you guys suck. You guys suck. You guys suck. I hate you so much.
You
So
know
of course,
what we forgot to mention during the last part? The little comment that Projay says regarding Night, that she did notice him and maybe.
oh yeah, about him being cute, about being good looking, running in the family or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And now we had Night in the frame.
Yeah. So before we get to that though,
The moment when he was like, Mark, go grab some water. We ran out of water. I'm like, oh.
I know, right? Like, seriously, dude, I hate you so much. I'm just like, he is, the way he treats him, it's so disrespectful. Um, but
Yeah.
like, okay, so the bit in that, because I'm at the beginning, obviously, like some other stuff's happened since when I first wrote this note, so I'm not 100% sure about how this will pan out. But my original, when we first started watching this part of the episode, my original thought process was, they were talking about this upcoming race and like he's like, do you want to do it? And he's like, oh, if you want to do it, I want to do it. And I'm just like, he's so gonna pull out.
Oh, of course.
Right. So like, even
I mean, we saw it in the trailer. He's going to pull out, but
I'm just like, and then
yeah.
sorry, and then we had like them back at the house and like clearly Day is sulking, but we had the reveal that he's kept those shoes, which I was like super happy about because, as I said, I feel like they're significant.
Of course.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so this whole, the way he talks, the way um uh August
Talks, who
talks,
talks?
sorry,
Uh-huh.
the way August
Yeah,
talks to
August.
Morg is like so triggering for
Condescending.
me. Like,
It's condescending somehow.
I'm so
Like,
I'm so triggered by his existence. Um but yeah, and I wondered, like when Day asked him about a specific day, I was like, I wonder if it's like his birthday or something. And then of course
mhm.
we got the reveal that yes, it's his birthday. And so of course
And
once
then
again
he gets a moment with the mom and he just pulls out because, they need to have a moment.
yeah,
He needs a moment. But the fact that Dave already relies so much on him that he feels his absence
yeah,
and he goes to find him.
yeah,
But the moment that hurt me a lot was when Knight asked him like, "Are you tired of this job or something like this?" But what he said, "No, tired of the job? No, I'm afraid." I'm paraphrasing, but basically what he said was that I'm afraid he will get tired of me.
Yeah, exactly.
They
Yeah.
will get tired of me.
And this, I feel like as well, I feel like he pulled out of the situation with the mother because for two reasons, like you said, they clearly need some time. Um, and also I feel like he's still uncomfortable around the mother. Walk, I mean.
Well, yeah, because the mother won't even talk to him directly. Like she ignores his existence. Apparently,
Yeah.
Knight is saying, "Oh, this is not me." The mom noticed that he's happy, and mom says, "Thank
Yeah,
you." Oh,
and I feel like
sure.
it's not. I feel like that's once again. I feel like that's Day paraphrasing. I feel like he's not. Yeah, I feel like
Knight.
he's trying to bridge between them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's probably more like Day. It's probably more like Night going to the mother. Oh, Day's so much happier. Have you noticed? Sort of thing. Than her actually noticing it. I don't feel that. That's probably something that actually happened. But
The way he wonders if Day talks about him
he cares. You know,
is,
it's
yeah,
interesting as
and the
well.
way he looks so broken and
Yeah. Well,
okay,
it's
now
interesting as
maybe he is guilty for what happened today.
I feel like there's something there because, like he says as well, like here comes the hero of the story. The villain needs to leave. So you know now that, and it sounded somewhat like kind of self-deprecating. So like it's not. I feel like he's at once putting it out there because that is how Day has painted him. But I also feel like
Yeah.
he is acknowledging that like maybe there's some truth to it. So
Hmm.
um
This is a role that he's playing. Yeah.
yeah, and
This
he gives in because like if he truly thought he was in the right, he would push back. But he's like, no, it's like
he's
his
the yeah,
special
he's
moment.
the villain in Day's story.
Yeah, so it's very
And
interesting.
Day looking for Mork and asking, "Why didn't you join us?" And Mork just playing it cool.
Mm,
Give me a break. I'm okay. I'm not. He's not. He doesn't want Day to know about his feelings because he wants Day to be happy. And even if he's absolutely miserable,
mm,
he's not going to tell Day. I feel like
yeah,
at least at this point, because right now, if he does, it will ruin Day's fun.
yeah. And this whole bit here, we got this whole bit where basically we got the acknowledgement of what was kind of implied last episode, but we actually got this acknowledgement from him himself that he has quit or he had quit smoking. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So, and
And the fact that Day asks, "Well, taking care of me making you tired," because he got used to Morg's flirting, and now that it kind of stopped,
yeah,
he
he's missing.
again he feels the absence of something. He feels like something is not right,
Yeah.
and
Well, because
so
Mork is distancing them, you know?
yeah, and now he comes looking for him. He's came to look for him, so it's totally gonna happen. Like a big moment when he goes to look for him, because that it's a thing now. See?
Yeah. But then it's like, and then of course, so then we had the conversation about like Mork being like, oh, so this is why you've been sulking because it's your birthday, blah, blah, blah. Have a meal with me instead. And then I feel like we're having this moment where like once again this is the moment I feel like that is not justifying their relationship but like explaining their relationship to anyone who might have issues with it, I guess, in this idea of like this is his free time now, and so him spending time with him in his free time is they've created a separate relationship that's
This sucks because he got to the idea that August forgot. He thought August forgot about his birthday,
and we
and he's
did as
like, "Well,
well we did
that's
as well
yes, of course." And uh, then he says, "That's the real August."
Yes.
And the
And
thing
I'm like,
is,
why do
he
you like
knows.
him if he's
He
such a
knows.
dick?
So he knows he's a dick. This is what he expects from August. He doesn't trust him. He
No,
doesn't.
no.
And
Oh,
he
that
just
is
expects
very clear that
August
he doesn't
to
trust him coming
disappoint
up.
him. Yeah,
Yep.
he's not really like he's experiencing these things, but I feel like he's not really engaged.
Yeah.
He's not
what
looking for, like,
yeah,
he
what's
knows this is going to end soon
yeah. I feel like
with
he's like
August.
this kid who's like wanted a toy like all year. He's wanted this toy
Yeah.
all year. It's like he's had a whole year to convince himself that like this will be the one thing that makes him happy, right? And then Christmas morning comes, he's got the toy, he plays with it for 10 minutes, and it's not what he thought it was going to be. It's not like as exciting. It definitely wasn't worth the wait. I feel like it's kind of, you know,
Maybe it's like a toy that you cannot really play with because it was something that you wanted, but you don't know how to play with it. It's not a good toy.
yeah. Or I just feel like maybe it's like he wanted it for a whole year. This is such a weird analogy, but anyway, I'm going with it. I'm like, it's Christmas time,
That's
we're
all.
talking toys. But yeah, I feel like he wanted it for a whole year, and like when he wanted it, when he first started wanting it, he was a whole year younger, and he's
Mhm.
outgrown it. You know,
But
he's not the
Mark,
same. He's not the same person he was when he first wanted that toy.
yeah, and Mark,
He's changed, but the toy hasn't
Mark there.
changed.
Yes, but that's okay. Let's just whatever. August, shut up, August. Go away.
I'm gonna
But
keep
the
talking
fact that
about the toy.
Mark told him that he's like realized that Mark is going to spend his day off with him. He got hopeful. He got excited.
Well, they were
He was
It was flirty.
flirting. He
It was
was
so
flirting. He
flirty of
was
Mork. Mork's like, what do you
touching
want me to
him.
be, Nong Day?
Yes, no, but that's kind of because he did that because they kind of pulled him and made him do it, like pushed him to it. And Day was the one who was leading the flirting this time. He was all, let me touch you, let me see how this blah blah blah. Like
Yeah.
I trust you. Like he
Oh,
said
yeah,
I
when
trust.
he's
It was
getting
about the
ready.
hair, but the fact he said I trust you, and I feel like
No.
this is not about this is statement that's just true to him. He
Yeah, yeah.
trusts him,
Once again, it's a
which he
verbal.
doesn't. He
It's
doesn't trust August,
no, it's a
and he
verbal
did.
statement that is completely already obvious to everybody. But it's like the fact that he's verbally said it is, yeah, it's a big deal.
And
And
he inspecting him, like
oh yeah,
just giving him the perfume, describing the perfume again with toughness and aggression. You want to run from at first, but after you smell it for a while, it makes
it
you feel
makes you feel
warm.
warm. But no,
And
the thing that gets me the perfume, and he says it's my favorite scent, so you should have it. Like he wants
uh,
him to smell like his
like
favorite
his
thing.
favorite thing,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
And
it's
speaking politely makes you sound a lot more handsome.
I know, right? And then the whole like the bit where he like wants to, he's like, let me see like basically how you dress sort of, and he's being very like hesitant about like touching him because as I said, that's how he sees, but like in the real world it's kind of intrusive for someone to do that to you. And the way Mork just like grabs a hold of his hand and like like touches it to his chest, like he's like, you have permission, you can touch all of this.
Mhm.
And I love how he's like giving him like the description, like I'm wearing 2 brown bracelets. This is the earring I always wear. Like describing the colors and what it is, touching it so he knows the feel of it and everything. And just the bit where like
I
Day
love
just
that scene so much. I love so much. I just want to go back and
stands
watch
with
it.
his hand on Mork's neck for like an extended period of time. Like there is so much
Oh my
awareness in
god.
this scene. And it's so flirty. And then I was like, I felt so betrayed when they turn up and it's like you find out that August didn't actually forget, and Mork has been
He
conspiring.
planned it.
Yeah,
And yeah,
because he's gonna
he
do
came as a
what he
matchmaker
thinks.
because they was expecting him to tell him like, I came here, we're on a date. He agreed to go with this guy on his birthday
Yeah,
on Mark's day off to a restaurant. He said, well, this feels different because he was flustered, he was excited, he
yeah,
was anxious, and because he was on a date. Well, this is not how he practiced because this is the real thing for him. See,
yeah.
he practiced to date, and now he was on a date.
Yeah.
Day was on a date, and this is just so sad.
It was, and it was just like the way just like it was so like how he said this is what the way I'm here is I'm the matchmaker, like it was so bittersweet, and as you said, it was not what Day was
Mhm.
expecting at all. It's not what we were expecting, and it was just like the way he watched them all kind of envelop Day, and he's happy, and so he's slowly backing away, and then him leaving, and I'm just like, I was Devo. I'm just like, but I liked how he couldn't actually leave. Like he went outside because he didn't really want to witness like Day and August, but he also doesn't want to be too far away. And then fucking August coming out, I wanted to punch him so much. I feel like,
Like he wanted to bring the final blow, just
oh,
to.
he is such a douchebag. Like it's
He
his
didn't
day.
even bring a fucking fork or spoon for that cake or something. Like, just take it and go. Or he didn't like.
The way he
He wasn't
says to
meant to eat
him,
that thing.
the way he says to him, you can leave now, like he was there as an employee and he was, that's not at all what was happening. It's so offensive. He's such a fucking asshole. Like he is so horrible. And like I feel like Mork showed so much restraint in this scene because I fucking would have hit him. Like for real. I wanted to. If I had,
Mark
like
just
if I could have reached in my
became very,
television, I
very
would have
sad.
slapped that boy.
Mark became very, very, very sad and distressed and hurt, and he needed a fucking cigarette.
Oh yeah, he
And
reverted like in like about 6 seconds. But you know what I love is like when we get the bit where Day goes looking for him and they focus on the cake. He barely took a puff of that cigarette. Like it was so unsatisfying to him. Um but yeah,
and put it on the cake, which is nice.
just the way August dismissed him, I'm so angry. Like I'm not I should not have been surprised by it, and yet I still was, considering the way he'd been treating him like that the whole time in that
No,
scene.
but the fact that
I
first
was
he says, "August, I have never seen August this happy," and then he goes on and does this to Mark,
Yeah.
behaves like this with him, because obviously Mark is a is a big part of why he is the variable here.
Oh yeah,
He is
August.
why
Yeah,
Day
August
is
is just
happy.
like he's just turned up. Day was already happy before he came along. Like Mork had already made him happy. Like it's just, oh, it's so annoying. But yeah, and so of course, like as soon as he realizes he's missing, he starts to ask G, and then G's like, oh, he's
No,
smoking.
but the fact that they said it, the night came, and now he feels invisible again.
Yeah, yeah.
This is
It's just
scary.
what we were saying, yeah. And but like he
And then Mork going to the flowers, because now he needs a bit of comfort and beauty, and now he needs to go to take himself to
yeah,
soothe himself.
yeah, where he takes his
And then
lovers when they're upset. Yeah, he took himself because he was
yeah.
upset. But yeah, so I just but because it's a memory now that he shares with him, so it's like a fond memory. But I just like
Yeah, but the fact that, like, when he's like, "I've got something for you in private," I feel like August was a bit apprehensive about that.
you mean
I
Day?
mean, not August, Day. Yeah, Day. And when that accident with the drink happened and August started to scream, I like wanted to fucking slap him.
Yeah, yeah.
Why?
I
Why
have
did he
stuff
have
to
to
say. I
like?
have stuff to say about that, but can we go back to can we go back first? So when like he when G told Day that she saw him smoking, he was like,
Oh,
so
that's happened before. Yeah.
the fact that he noticed, or either he noticed or they've just talked about it or whatever, that he was shocked by that. Like he was like, like, but
I
he's
feel like
rich.
at first, like, someone might think that, oh, look at him, he said he wouldn't smoke, but like, now he's smoking, he cannot control himself. But one might think that, but what I saw on Day's face is a realization that something is wrong,
Yeah, something is
and
wrong
he
because
needs to go see.
he reached for a vice that he had since given up. And so and the fact that, yeah, he, when he was there, he wasn't there. I feel like even though he was talking with friends or whatever, he, in the back of his mind, he still would have been wondering where he was,
Yeah.
and if he was all right. And so I feel like, you know, the flirting we had before all this part, the party started, and the, you know, the idea that you just said that he was thinking this might be a date, and then like now being worried about him as well. August coming to him and be like, oh, I've got something to give you in secret. He's not in that headspace. Like he's not,
Mm-hmm.
he's like really not in the right frame of mind for it. And so the fact that that's why he was kind of hesitant, I think, about it, because it's like almost like when you know, because for all he knows, he doesn't know that August knows that he likes him or whatever.
Yeah.
And so like it's like you start to get a vibe. Obviously August has been putting out this vibe, he's trying really really hard, so it makes it
Mm-hmm.
look like that he likes him. So if
Mm-hmm.
you get to that point where I feel like Day's having buyer's remorse, you know, like he thought he wanted this, and now,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like he's getting the vibe that he might actually get told the words that he wanted to hear, but he doesn't actually want to hear them anymore. So he's afraid of
Mm-hmm.
what exactly August is it's going to give him, but like he doesn't also have a reason to say no. So he says, okay, right? And then, as you said, we get this scene where, and this scene was a perfect example of what I was talking about just earlier, about the fact that August has been mimicking, but not actually learning anything. He's not actually trying to, you know, work out how to navigate Day's world. Like he's not paying any attention to Day in this scene. It's all about, I want to take you here, I'm going to give you this, this is going to be my moment, blah blah blah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's so like frustrating to me, because he said, the way he said to, so arrogantly, to Day, oh you can, sorry, to Mork, oh you can leave now, I'll take care of him tonight. Well, fucking no you won't. Like you're clearly doing a piss poor fucking job of it. And it's just like, he is like, he's so arrogant and he's so self-centered, he's not paying any attention. This is why Dave, you know, walks into this person who is his friend, right? And so it's all okay until August starts acting like a dickhead, you know. And we know that, like, this is okay. Mork has anger issues, right? He totally has the ability to fly off the handle like that, but there's no way he would have done something like that in that
No,
situation with Day's
no.
friends and embarrassing Day. There's no
Why?
fucking
Why
way.
would you escalate the situation like this and stress everyone out and
That's
make
right.
a fucking big deal out of it?
Yeah, that's right.
Why?
That's exactly right. Because if he was gonna do something like that, he would have done that when August came into
Because
Day's
now,
life.
yeah, because now this is a strategy. Like this is a stressful situation. Now this is something bad that happened. Now this
Yeah,
is something
yeah, it's triggering.
like
It's
stressful.
triggering.
Yes,
He's
yes.
making it overwhelming, and he's drawing attention, and he's doing all of
It
the
was so
wrong
fucking
things.
stupid.
Yeah,
It
and so
was so stupid.
of course, like, I found it really interesting, and because of course obviously he's not going to call out for Mork because he knows he's not there. So he calls out for the only other person that he actually really trusts in that environment, which is G.
Yeah.
So it's very telling that, you know, like you said, it's very, very telling to me that he was like, "Get me away from here," and that included to get him away
From August
from
as well.
August as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he definitely does not trust him at all. But I'm just like,
Well, yeah, he did say that's the real August, so
yeah,
he knows August. He's not uh Delulu. He knows.
yeah. But it's like,
Like he's been hurting for a
why would
while.
you love somebody who is like selfish and treats you like shit? Like I don't
Exactly.
understand that.
Why would you love someone? I mean, you cannot control who you
I
love.
know,
You fall in
but
love
like
with horrible people.
seriously, I don't know. I find that so frustrating.
Yeah, the person who is in love with someone who hurts them finds it even more frustrating.
Yeah.
I, I mean, I've been through
I'm
I've
such a
been through like an experience when I was in school. I
yeah,
had a crush on like okay, I was really into a person that like I didn't want to be
yeah,
into, and that was really really bad. It was really stressful. It wasn't a pleasant experience for me. So I know how it is, how it's like
Yeah.
when that person would go away and like miss school and not be there for periods of time. I remember it happened sometime. I would be so happy,
Yeah.
even though I liked them. I
Yeah.
was so happy when they were gone, because when they were back, it was so stressful and I was not feeling well.
Yeah.
So it's just,
It's
you know,
it's definitely a me
cannot
problem.
control it.
I'm just a hugely judgmental bitch.
It's okay. I let you see the world in a lighter way.
It's a flaw I have.
I
I'm
will
fully
tell
aware
you.
of it. I'm fully aware of it. I'm just like,
I know you
why?
won't judge me now.
No, I won't judge you. I don't judge. I'm just frustrated when I see it because I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Everybody's different, I guess. It's just one of those things. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I'm not being in situations like that, but I've always taken myself out of them. Um,
Well, yeah, when you can take yourself out of them, but when it's someone like your partner, badminton partner, you cannot
yeah, he
just
didn't have a
change
choice.
just like
Yeah,
that. When it's a person in your class, when it's someone at work, you cannot just
get away with
escape
them.
this moment.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so it's torture.
yeah. So, but yeah, I'm just like I don't know who I'm more angry at. The show, August. I'm just like I'm so frustrated right now, and I want to
Let's
hug.
go.
I want to
Let's
hug
just go watch.
everybody. Yeah, look, like they
Let's
better
go watch
fix
the
this
Last
shit right
Twilight.
now. I need like walk and day like hugs or something. I don't know. I need something. Otherwise, I'm gonna like riot.
Let's go.
All
Let's
right,
go.
let's go. Oh my god.
I hate everyone. I'm so stressed. I'm in pain. I am stressed. This is a fucking last episode of Last Twilight for our podcast. I cannot do this. This is too much.
It was such a fucking roller coaster in like 15
Tell
minutes.
me.
It was
No.
so devastating. And in the end, I was just like, I was like practically hyperventilating.
I cannot do this. I
Do you
cannot.
know what though? We should have known because it's like episode 6 of Dangerous Romance. It's like this is the moment that things are starting to swing and shift. So they didn't technically lie to us, but oh my
I'm
god, did we
fucking
have to fucking
shaking.
work for it?
Oh my god. I don't even know if it's worth it. I'm so
Oh no, I
fucking
feel like it was
stressed.
worth it, but it was so freaking
Oh,
traumatizing.
super traumatizing. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Oh god.
Okay, where to start? Okay, part 4. Walk
I
on the
don't even
bridge.
know.
Walk on the bridge holding a fucking sunflower.
Mm.
I was just like, I don't even know how am I going to survive this. This is like, and it's funny because I remember we didn't actually talk. We had this conversation a couple of days ago. We were talking about it with Kes, and
Mm.
we were saying about how with this in this scene in the last episode where he took Day to this place, how he was
Yeah.
saying how he went to this bridge, and this bridge looks on another bridge, which is the one where they take photos and do views and stuff like that. And I made a comment about like how he was like voyeuristic, like he was watching other people live their lives.
Yeah.
And then you see it here as well, like he's watching the other couple, and he's like, he's got the flower, and he obviously was like thinking, like really really like thinking about what he was going to do here, like.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting because we had sort of said that like we were sure he would back off and give up and let Day have the thing that he thought would make him happy, or the thing that he thought would be best for him.
Yeah.
And he obviously
He
decided
did.
fuck that. He obviously decided fuck
Well,
that,
no, he
I'm the
did
best
at
thing.
first.
Oh, he did.
He.
He backed away, yeah. But I feel like when he was on the bridge, he was really thinking hard, and he came to the conclusion that fuck that shit, he's the best thing, and he should just go for it, which I loved for
I
him.
mean, that guy is a dick. He should know that guy is a dick. He was a dick to
Yeah,
him. Like,
I feel like he would have had so much mixed feelings about the whole thing because August was such a douchebag. But
yep.
oh my god, I'm so glad that they kept him as a douchebag because honestly, I just liked him so much, and I wanted to be vindicated in that, and I feel like I was. I mean, what an asshole! Like, oh my god, he is
That
so
was so fucking
horrible.
horrible. I was covering my face. I couldn't watch it.
Oh, and
It
like, okay,
was
so let's take it back to the fact that he's just told G that he wants to be alone, and like barely a second later, August turns up. So I feel like August may have heard the end of that conversation. So
that,
first
and
off,
the fact that this time, last episode, when um, you know, last episode, Mark turned up and they was like, August, and this
oh
time
no,
August turned up and he was like, Mark, hey, Mark.
yeah, because that is the person he really wanted to see in that moment.
That is the only
Um,
person he needed, he wanted when he wanted to be
That's
alone.
right.
Like,
When he wanted
it's
to be
just,
alone, he would have been happy
yeah,
to see him. Like, and how telling is that? You know what I mean? Like, when you are so fucking low, when you're in so much pain, or you're so like whatever, you're afraid, you're embarrassed, or whatever, but you want to be alone. You want to be away from everyone else's eyes, but you don't mind that one person looking at you and seeing like all your like ugly bits or all your broken bits. And it's like, oh god, they're killing me with this. And
and
then
then he said, not ready. I was not just ready to be at a party like this.
yeah.
The headband, August, the
Oh
way
my,
when he put it on his head, it felt so creepy to me because
yeah,
they were
way to
not
brand
into
him.
it, both of them. It was just so creepy.
Yeah, way to
Yeah,
brand him. Like, it was like, as I said, it was almost like this like weird, like, I don't even know. Like, the whole thing, like, this guy is messed up. Like, I'm sorry,
yeah,
you
and the
need
way, even the
therapy.
way he kissed him, she took him by surprise. Like,
Yeah, like
you,
it's like he was like he says, "Oh, I was trying to do the right thing." Crap, you were playing with him. You were experimenting. This is what you were doing. The whole thing was one big fucking game to him.
he
Because why
was,
would you kiss
and
him?
he
Like,
won. He won, but he realized he didn't want the prize.
yeah. Oh, and oh my goodness, seriously. Like, okay, so how? Oh my god. So we
What?
get this scene now. Like, August is kissing. For those of you who haven't watched the
Oh.
episode, you see August kissing Day, and Mork comes back
Runs in,
with
yeah,
his
with the
fucking
fucking
flower,
flower,
with his sunflower,
sunflower, which
and
he
he sees,
drops.
oh yeah, and he sees these poor sunflowers are just being abandoned all over Bangkok. Anyway, um, so yeah, so he sees August kissing Day, which, okay, horrifically traumatic for him, right?
Yeah,
But the killer is when like August pulls away, and then Day's like, I feel like Day kissed him as well. I don't know, because when August first pulled away, Day was kind of like, I feel like he was a bit like, huh,
uh-huh.
where you're not really sure. And he's like, I would be interesting to see
I
if,
felt like that too.
yeah, if he had kissed him back and like been allowed to finish properly, and then if he would have come to the conclusion that, like, well, actually I actually don't really like you, like there's not really anything going on here, because that was the vibe I was getting. And even the after stuff that we which I'll talk about in a minute, I feel like supports that. And so anyway, so he's busy, like him moving in to kiss August was way
Because
more devastating.
yeah, that was devastating for Morg, but he was
It was
finding
way
that.
more devastating. Did you see the way his face changed? Like, that was
Oh no,
way
no.
worse. It was so worse
But I
when
feel
he
like,
saw.
August, as long as he was in control of the situation, he was all right with moving forward and trying new things. But suddenly, but when he was kissed back, suddenly it was like, no, it was too much for him
Yeah, it was
and
too real.
ran away. Yeah,
Yeah, it was not a game anymore that he could just,
yes.
whatever. Yeah. And so, but like, as I said, like the way, oh my god, Jimmy, seriously, he needs an award for
Jimmy,
this.
this fucking episode, oh my
I
god,
feel like
broke
we say
my
this
heart
every
so
episode, but like, he
good.
needs a fucking award for this. This scene
It's
here, like,
so
as I said,
good.
he is devastated when he comes upon them kissing, but it is
Hmm.
nothing compared to when Day actually kisses August and he sees
I
that.
feel like this is actually nothing compared all that compared to when August starts running away and freaks out and starts hurting Day. Like when Day actually gets hurt by this, this
Oh
is
yeah.
when Morg actually freaks out, and this is
Oh
when
yeah, he
he
loses
is,
his shit. I'm thinking
yeah.
at the time I was like, "Oh crap, you're dead." My first thought was, "Oh, this is where we're going to see him lose his shit." And he was fairly restrained, and I feel like he was fairly restrained because he's very aware
Yes,
of Day, you know what I mean?
yeah,
And
yeah.
so but like he was so angry and so upset and so hurt like on behalf of Day when August is just like, yeah, this is too much for me, peace out, and like tries to make a break for it. And poor Day is just, and but the conversation they're having, and Day's sitting right there, and he's just like, oh,
Oh, that's
I just
fucking horrible.
I tried to give him a good memory. I just want to be his friend. I tried to feel more, but I don't. And
He
it's like,
basically felt sorry for him.
oh,
That's what he was
yes.
saying.
And
He said,
considering like Mork is like so down for this boy, and he's like, like I feel like he's like, I feel like if he'd been given the opportunity, I feel like he would have been like, how can you not love him? Like
he
he was
started,
just,
he
he was,
started crying.
yeah, he was getting so angry on his behalf. And
Did you
when
notice he cried, Mark?
yeah, and he was yeah, because he was like hurt by what
Look,
happened, but also
of course, like the person that you love is being hurt like that.
yeah,
It's horrible.
yeah,
It's just,
this is the difference. Like he was devastated and so like hurt by the kiss, but as you said, by seeing Day be hurt, like all of that gets pushed to one side, and it becomes
yeah.
about he's in pain. He is in pain. I need to. How do I fix this? How do I make this better? Like my pain doesn't matter when he's in pain.
Seeing Day being in pain is what hurt him most.
Yeah.
This is what hurt him most.
And it's just like, and so and he was getting to that stage, like he was getting, I was waiting for him to like blow up
Snap.
because he was
Yeah.
getting there. And the way that like Day like touches him and says, P Mork, he tempers him, he calmed right the fuck down. It was very interesting to see, like very interesting
Yeah.
to see, because we have talked about it as well. And
Yeah.
he backed right down, and it's the only reason why August is still breathing. I'm convinced. But yeah, I'm just like, oh,
I like the shot in the car when they're both kind of dead inside. And that was a
yeah,
great shot.
yeah. Well, because
And
Mork is not dealing with his own pain in this. He's like so hyper focused on Day and like what Day's experiencing, and the reason
when he was
why,
crying, I was like, oh my God, can like I wanted Day to touch him a bit more or something. Obviously, it was Day's moment, and you know,
I know I was
he
waiting for one
he
of them to
was
reach out in the
drowning
car.
into his own feelings. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I was waiting for like one of them to reach out to the other one when they were in the car. So then Mork takes him to the rooftop, and he explains about how he found it, and this is a place he goes to watch the sunrise. And Day is like, why did you bring me here? And he's basically like, because I feel like there's a new day coming. Pardon the pun.
Mhm.
But like he's just, he's trying to say to him, like it's not over, it's not whatever. But then we had Day like articulating
This
about,
doesn't define you. What he's saying is this doesn't define you in your life. This is
yeah,
not because this happened to you. This does not define your life.
yeah.
It
And
should.
then we get this review, and I feel like this is a little bit, once again, like we like Mork sees Day, right? And Day is
Hmm.
aware of that, but I feel like there are still layers to his onion. Just like there are still things about Mork that Day definitely does not know. And so he here is exposing himself to Mork a little bit more. Like he's letting him in further and further. And he sort of says to him, I was like not really well liked. I was,
About bad mouthing
sport,
rich boy.
yes, bad mouth rich boy. And so he's like, I didn't really have a lot of friends, and now there are people coming to see me, like, and I don't even recognize them. And like this boy is kissing me because like whatever. And like, aren't I so lucky to be
Blind.
blind? And he is more upset about the fact that people pity him than about this boy not actually liking him. So he is not, I feel like he was not like, the kiss was not what he was thinking it was going to be. That's, I feel like, very clear. And I'm just like, you, this scene too, this bit here too, Jimmy, like fucking an award, because he is in so much pain. Like, once again, it reminds me of like the end of last week a little bit, where you know he had to sit there and like listen to Day talk about his feelings about someone else, because
Hmm.
without like him realizing like he was ripping out Mork's heart basically. And so we're having a similar experience here, but once again it's way worse because he's seen it. Like, there's so much importance in that like I don't feel like Day, like, maybe they'll have a conversation about it later on about what it felt like for Mork, because you know like Day to does Day even realize, like, like, will he even realize, will it even occur to him at some point that how painful that would have been, because Mork, the way Mork witnessed all of that as well, and he had these feelings. And so
He's
he's
starting to wonder. He's starting to, get concerned. He never really cared. He never expressed caring up until now, up until the moment with the cigarette,
yeah,
because that was a clear sign that something wrong was happening.
yeah,
But
he
well,
and it also is an
but he doesn't
indication.
know. He
No,
doesn't know. Like,
but
this is
it's
a
an
thing that he was told. G told him. If she didn't tell him, he just wouldn't know. He wouldn't,
or
try
I
to
mean,
reach out to him.
he
He
would
wouldn't
have.
try to look for him.
Yeah, he might have noticed though, like when they got
The
together again, if he
smell.
started smelling like cigarettes, you know
Yeah,
what I
the
mean?
smell.
Again.
But what I'm trying to say is that he just he needs more information.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
he's not navigating this world confidently yet. He
No.
needs help,
Yeah,
and Mark needs to open up, and
yeah.
it
I
will
did
be very, I don't know, it's
I
hard.
did think it was really interesting how by that little bit, so that little bit there, as I said, where he says about his quit, either, as I said, either Mork has told him that, or he just know, like, they've had a
Noticed.
conversation, because he doesn't smell like cigarettes anymore. He
Yeah,
doesn't, like, whatever. So he's paying, even though, like you just said, he still can't see, he's not navigating properly, he is paying attention more. Yeah, so like he is indicating that he is starting to notice things, you know what I mean? And he's like cataloging them in his brain. Like, this is not something he does anymore. Something must be wrong. So,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so this scene though, like when he is,
But the
he's
stuff,
still.
but the deep stuff, the stuff that really is the core of Mork's pain, he's
Yeah.
had it. He's had this for a long time, so he will need probably more information, more help with that, because he noticed something was wrong because Mork was suddenly acting differently,
Mm-mm-mm.
but since he met him, he has always been carrying this pain that's related to his sister and
Yeah.
to his time in prison, and
Yeah. I feel like what
so
will happen is somehow Day will trigger that response in him again, the one that he did before, where Day was afraid for him. I
yeah,
feel like he'll do something and it'll trigger that response, and then that's how it's going to come about, because he is
yeah,
or
and this
he
time
might.
he's going to question it.
Yeah,
He's going to notice this time. He's
yeah,
going to remember the last time it happened as well.
yeah, that's right. Or the other thing that might happen is, for some reason, he may find out from Pojar, and then of course, if something like this happens again, it will make sense to him and he'll be aware of it. But
And so he moved closer and closer and closer. And even if you, even with no sides, I think it was clear what he was trying to do there.
yeah, well, he
They
just
had
like,
time to
I
back
mean,
off.
it's like, it's so, this moment, as I said, was, oh, he did such a good job of this moment, and I feel like it was directed really, really well as well, because
Of
it's just
course.
like he is in so much pain, like, already, just his own pain, right? Then he's hurting because of what's happened. He's hurting because Day's sad. Day is now like super defeatist again. Like, this is the day he first met. This is the day he's
Yeah.
like, my life sucks, I might as well be dead kind of day, right?
Everyone pities me. This
Yeah,
is
so
exactly the moment they met, like
yeah,
in during the
that's right.
interview.
Exactly. And so now not only is he in pain because he saw the person he cares about like kissing someone else and all the rest of it, and he's in pain because Day's in pain. He's now a little bit afraid, and also now he's like, this can't happen. Like, he's having all of the you see these emotions, but he at the same time he's so fucking scared. Like, oh my god, he is so like the way he's moving closer, as you said, and he's holding himself back, giving Day plenty of time to like pull away, back away, like whatever. And yet he is like, it's almost like you can see like his body. I keep saying the word vibrating, but it's like it's so like microscopic, but it's like there's this tension in Jimmy's body where you can see it's like barely restrained, like he wants to move forward, but he's also afraid, and he's also like trying to do the right thing. And I don't know, I had so many feelings watching this scene unfold. And the the kiss was really sweet. And
And
then and
yeah,
then
and
yeah,
just as the first time when they met, just when they met during the interview, he did not pity him because they asked, "Do you also feel pity on me?"
yeah.
This time as well, this is not pity.
Yeah, well,
Just as
I don't think Mork has ever pitied him. I honestly don't think. I think he's like, I think he like, not understood, but
he he relates to him
he does. Yeah,
because
and
there's
he's
and to the stuff that he feels is too complicated for him to relate to, he wants to understand it, and he puts
mm-mm,
in so much effort to understand it. It's
mm-mm.
not
But
pity, it's
yeah, I don't think it's ever been pity. And so, like when Day says to him, about it being petty or whatever, the little side smile that Jimmy gives, that Mort gives him, and he's just like, oh, okay, let me just
I'm
set the
gonna
record
show you.
straight. And he just like practically tried to devour him mouth first, which was very nice. But it was just like, and
Very nice.
yeah, it was very nice. But the bit that I loved was, I love that like when they've finished kissing and he pulls back, he stays that distance. The distance where he knows that Day can still kind of see him, and he's
Mhm.
smiling at him, and he's just like, does that, do you still think I might be, kind of thing. And we got the reveal that the reading of the book where they're snuggled under the blanket is post this kiss, I'm guessing. With the realization that me needs to stay in the sun, like she needs to, like you said, chase the sun. So, and I feel like this is like this moment of acknowledgement between the two of them, that
This moment,
day,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
sorry.
I had this thought because I thought of this theory in the weekend during the weekend, because in the original trailer, I mean in the official trailer, they hold hands and Mork says something like, "I will hold your hand until the last light goes out." And if they apply these metaphors onto themselves, that he is kind of like the sun and they is the flower, or like the person from the story,
Mm.
then the light going out is basically Mork dying.
Yeah.
So
So
it's like a promise to be together forever.
yeah,
Like
he's never gonna
it's
let
like
go.
a,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought that too, because because I feel like, and I feel like this moment, this scene that we get here where they're just like looking at each other essentially, is like an unspoken acknowledgement of the fact that, yeah, Mork is Day's son, um which was our theory, so that's good. I like that for
Yep.
us. But and then of course we have the trailer for next week, which is hilariously funny to me because
I
we
hope
have this.
I hope like nothing tragic happens next week.
It doesn't seem
Nothing
like that.
tragic happens. Nothing tragic happened this week either, but it did feel like it because they made it so.
It was so fucking traumatic. Oh my god, I'm so triggered
Right.
by this episode. But you know what? I will probably, if I had to like pick an episode that I think I will rewatch more than once, it probably will be this one,
I've
because
calmed down since we started talking about the last part, and now I'm like, I need to go back and rewatch it.
it was so bad. It was so, and by bad I mean absolutely
What?
brilliant. Don't get me wrong. By me saying it was so bad, I mean like, oh my god, rip my heart out. just stop it a
when I'm
bunch of
saying I
times.
hate everyone.
It's like we're just being super dramatic. It's like me saying it's so bad is like they ripped my heart out, stomped on it, and then said, "Hey Zoe, would you like some chocolate?" And I'm just like, "Oh, chocolate." I got
Mm.
distracted by the kiss. The right kiss, mind you, not the kiss, the good kiss. And so we get the trailer for next week, and I laughed so much like when I saw the first part of this trailer because it kind of, once again, not to take it back to dangerous moments, but it's like we're having like a very, not a similar, but like kind of, I had vibes because we had episode 6 of Dangerous Romance was the kiss, wasn't it, in the bathroom?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And then episode 7 was basically like this whole
Beta
confusing,
period.
yeah, and this you have to work for it, like kind of
Yeah.
situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then in this, the very first part of the trailer is basically Mork talking about like how he likes Day, and poor Joe going to be like, "Don't tell him that," which is so funny because you're like, he needs to use his words, and he's like, "No, no, I need to tell him how I feel." So then he tells him how he feels to have Day respond, "If you cross the line, you're fired." And then you know what I love about that though is how Mork just like starts laughing. Like he can't take him seriously anymore, I don't think. So like, you know, like before when Day would be sassy to him or whatever, and he was always kind of a little amused, he would restrain himself because, you know, like he was being
Mhm.
professional. Now he's just like, nah.
Now his
And I'm,
feelings are in the open and he just relaxed. I feel like
yeah.
he relaxed a little bit.
And I'm just, yeah, I'm eagerly anticipating next week. But yeah, I'm just like, oh my goodness, they really, really, really like put us through the ringer, and poor
They
Mork as
really,
well,
really,
before
really
getting
ruined
this.
after this
Yeah,
episode.
and I feel like even next week, like I feel like Day is gonna probably like lead him on a bit of a merry chase,
Zoe, I
because
don't think I don't remember when was the last time a series put me through so much distress. Like we're talking about episode 10 of Dangerous of Not Me, and everyone's like, oh, that was blah, blah. I was just watching. I was like, yeah, this is fascinating, but this episode was
oh no, it's episode like don't even get me started on episode 10 of Not Me. I'm sorry, but I could not watch that for such a long time. I
I
was in
watched
so
it.
much.
I was fine. I was
Oh, I
fine with it.
wasn't.
I was okay.
I was on all
This
fours in the living room. You should see. My mom still laughs about it, but like she couldn't watch it
one.
either. Like she's still so amused by like my reaction to that scene. I was just oh yes. I feel
After
like
this one, I wanted to pause and go hide in the closet and cry. And I just
when we had the moment where Mort comes back and he was like, as I said, seeing them kiss was bad. But then when Day kissed August, and it was like I said last week, it was like I wouldn't have been surprised if Mork was just standing there holding his heart and it was still beating and dripping blood on the floor. Like he was acted so well, but like in this, like his eyes, there's so much pain and like shock and just like it's like this was like he feared for this, but he didn't actually think he'd ever see it. You know what I mean? Come into fruition.
for me, the worst moment was when August started talking. When Mark got a hold of him and he started talking.
Oh yeah,
I
no, that was bad
Doing
too.
that today, I no for me that was the worst part. That was the
Mm.
part that just it was the hardest for me to go through because that is something really, really horrible to do to a person.
It is,
To
and
say
not only
that
that,
to
that the
have them
conversation
listen.
was happening right next to him.
Exactly, to have them listen to that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
have him actually hear
just
that.
I cannot I will not forgive this character. I don't
Yeah, as I said,
doesn't matter what he
I'm so
does
I'm so
next.
glad that he's a douche because he is a douche. I was glad that he was a douche to the end. So, but I just, yeah, I mean, this is what I mean though about like I don't think there was any real feelings towards the end or any actual feelings from the kiss on even Day's part because even in this moment, like the thing that hurt him was this pity idea and not actually the fact that the boy he liked didn't like him back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it was a good episode. It was painful. There was a reward at the end. If you stuck to the end, you got rewarded, but like, man, you had
I
to work
almost
for it.
I almost died. I don't
Yeah.
know.
You need to just go and watch the last like couple of minutes again.
Yeah. I, knowing me, I'll actually go and watch the worst parts because
You
now
like
they can't surprise me, so I might be fine, but I will cry for sure.
Morello
I,
was like,
I,
"Oh, hurts so good."
why am I like this?
You little masochist, you. Yeah, no, look, I'm the same. It was so good because it was so painful, and it was so bad. It was so painful, but it was so good. Like they did such a good job. They really, really did. Um,
But
and even
if you think about it, like this is probably something that a person like a person who has a disability might go through, and not just once. And it's so traumatic because, like, for someone who doesn't have that, it's like a thing that might happen in your lifetime, like several times, because of some certain circumstances that got you into this situation. But I feel like people do look with pity and like have weird reactions to people with disabilities, and I feel like maybe they have to go through that again and again and again and
well,
just become.
I feel like even if it's not something that's like like if things don't work out or things don't happen and it's not because of like this thing, you would always wonder if it wasn't because of this thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
I
yeah, I'm
I I,
just
I fucking hate the fact that it played out like that, but I'm also I like the fact that they included such a scene because
I think
it
so
is a
too
part. I
because
think
it
it is
was
a part of the experience.
realistic. Yeah,
Right?
I thought so.
Yeah.
It was extremely painful and extremely horrible, but it was realistic. And there'll be some people out there who will justify August's behavior because they'll be like, oh, it doesn't make him a bad person. Well, maybe it doesn't, but like at the same time, he didn't have to do what he did. Like he didn't have to go there in the first place. Like he worked really, really hard to put himself in a position where he could hurt Day like that. And he did not
Yes.
need to
Yes.
do that, And in the process, he treated Mork like shit and hurt Mork as well. And he did not need to do any of those things. All he had to do was be Day's friend.
It was like a game for him.
Yeah.
It was like a
Because
game.
because Day did not know that he overheard the whole liking stuff. All he had to do was be his friend. There was no other expectations for him. Like it's just so messed up. But yeah, I the other thing is I think because I keep I know I really gush about Jimmy's acting in this, and it is absolutely brilliant, and I do believe he deserves an award rather, not award.
It's just, yeah, but
But
his character is amazing. I think this is also, no, Jimmy is freaking amazing, but also his character
his
is just
character
very
is
fascinating. It's it's so good.
his character is like such a best boy. Like oh my god, I love
Yes.
this boy.
But
Yeah.
T on the scene on the rooftop here when he was talking, amazing. Just to,
I
and
actually liked him the
funnily enough,
best. I liked him in the best actually in the car when he wasn't speaking or anything. Him in the
that's,
car
yeah,
was
that's why I said I loved that scene as well.
yeah.
But the other moment, this is a parallel to the moment when they met in during the interview, because I think we talked about it, and that is one of the other moments of his acting that I loved. One of the best moments from this series when
Mm,
he was talking to Mark during the interview, and this now is another one that I'm just obsessed with. I
mm,
need
mm,
to rewatch it. And he did not, he was not hiding his pain, and it's even worse than in episode 5,
mm.
because as just as you said, it was about something that he was clinging to, an idea, a toy that he wanted. But this was actually about his condition and something that he was fearing. Remember how he talked about that friend of theirs that did not have money or something, and suddenly everyone started paying for him,
Mm-mm.
and he didn't want to be
Yeah,
treated like that
it was
then.
that fear that he didn't want it being imagined.
Yes,
Mm,
and it actually happened to him now.
mm-mm.
I love the way he played it.
Yeah, it was very good, and yeah, I feel like the title for this episode should be August is a dick. The other thing that the other bit that I loved is when, as I said, when he when Day was clutching August, like an inch away from shaking the life out of him,
Mhm.
and Day's like touched his hand and like took a hold of his hand and was just like, like stop kind of thing. Like I loved that scene as well. I love the way he
But
tempted
Mark,
him.
he was that, yeah. But also Mark was so lost in that moment. The way he was clutching him, like he didn't know what to do. He was
Mm-hmm.
scared, and he was like, it looked to me like he kind of got stuck. There
Well, I
was
feel
no
like,
moving forward
yeah,
and backwards. Like he,
I feel like it's because to me, he was so like, I feel like he was so like flabbergasted. He was like, he does not understand, like, because like I think he thinks that Day is amazing. Like he's like, as I said, if he had shaken him and been like, how can you not love him, I would not have been surprised, because I feel like in that moment he doesn't understand. Like he's like, how could you do this? Like how, like,
yeah,
are you not seeing him? Are you not, like, he's here for you, like,
like
why would you
you had
reject
the
this?
fucking privilege to
Yeah,
be kissed by him, to
that's
be
right.
kissed back by him,
That's right.
and
He's
now.
everything that Mork wants, and he can't understand. Like it's being given to. Like why would you say no? Like because he himself would never. Like he would. You know get down on his
Mhm.
knees, kind of thing. Like it's just. Oh, it was, yeah. It was very upsetting.
Well, I guess that's it for
It
now.
is. Yeah. I'd like to say, well, this was fun, but I'm really not sure that it was.
Mm, this was something painful for sure.
This was painful.
It was painful.
Yeah, at least for us it was. Um, but yeah.
Yeah, tell us, it was it painful for you too?
Yeah, tell us if your heart is still bleeding. I mean, I feel like, do you know what? It's really funny. I really need next week's episode to be like really sweet, and I feel like it's going to be like sweet and funny and light. And
They owe us that.
I really need that, because at the moment I feel like this kiss at the end has given us a band-aid. But I feel like I'm
A
still
bad day. You're
slightly,
right.
I'm like hemorrhaging a little bit, and I need more than a band-aid. I need like a frigging, huge gauze pad and a roll of bandages. Um and I feel like this band-aid is not covering it. So give me the cute, sweet, like funny, like flirty, new boyfriends that we deserve. Because we know that they're going to destroy us later on anyway. At least give us some sweetness. Come on, we're owed.
I'm gonna die again when they dance, but for different reasons. Can't wait for that scene.
Oh my goodness.
All
Seriously.
right, so follow us on Spotify and Twitter and Tumblr. Interact with us. It's really fun when you
Yeah.
do. We're very like, oh, tell us how did you cry? What happened? Are you okay? We're
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, that's right. Like I feel like we
No.
should do that. Like I feel like this should be like we need a support group. We may move this to, like, I don't know, the Telegram or something. We'll be like a support group where we all, are there for one another.
See you later.
All right,
Bye.
bye.